everyone! So in this video I'm going to talk about third-party N64 controllers. Now me personally, I love the first-party controllers, which is the ones back here, obviously. But it's always good to have third-party controllers if you like a certain system. Mostly because you have to appreciate, the evolution of N64 controllers and what they decided to do with other models to improve game performance, for better or for worse. Now I am missing some, I don't have all of them, but I'm going to show you some of the good and bad things about each kind, but I'm not going to go in super detail because I don't know exactly everything about each controller, so I'm just going to kind of use my common sense and just determine why they went in that direction with that sort of model or that sort of option for that controller. Okay, the first two I want to show you, they're two different brands, but they are basically identical. And they don't exactly look too much like N64 except for the middle handle here, but they have shortened these two side handles. This one is the Retro Bit, this one is Yobo Gameware. They're pretty much the same thing. Here are some things about these that I have noticed. I actually took each controller and I played a little bit, and this is sort of my reaction, I guess, to them. So this one, like I said, the handle in the middle is still long, just like the average N64 controller. So they wanted to keep that sort of look. Now, what I'm guessing, the reason why these handles are shorter, if you ever play N64 games for a long period of time, your palms sort of get irritated, depending on how hard you're playing, I guess. So I'm guessing what they wanted to do with the short handles is release that pressure off your palm and just kind of focus everything towards your hands, your fingers. I did notice that, the comfort of gaming with this controller, it was a little better. I did enjoy it more that your palms were free, just like any, I guess, current controller. The handles aren't as long. Now there are some added features to this controller. There's a set button, a control button, slow button. Alright, the slow button, what it basically does, what it means is it acts as when you're pausing the screen, really quickly, like start, it acts as a slow effect, sort of like a lagged effect. I'm not sure exactly which games you would need that in unless you're like edging to a certain corner. That's the only thing I can really think of. Like I said, I didn't really need a use for it, but you have to admit, when people are trying to make new improvements to controllers, you have to give them credit for trying to add different features to make buyers want to buy their controller. Okay, the next one I'm not really going to praise as much as the others, but this is the SuperPad 64 Performance Controller. I don't really enjoy this one at all. The way you hold it, the feeling of it, it's too bulky, I guess. The buttons don't feel very good. The joystick can actually break really easily on this one. The top part can actually fall off and it's just left as a needle. I'll show you that further on in the video. But overall, not too happy with this controller. It doesn't even really look that appealing to the eye either. Not that that matters or anything, but overall, I wouldn't suggest using this controller to play with. That's just my opinion though. Everyone has different opinions on controllers. Everyone has different hand structures, the way they grip things. Everything's different. So overall, I'm not too happy with this one, but it's still cool to have in a collection. The next ones I want to show you are the Shockpad Pro. These are by Interact, and these are two different models of the same controller, I guess. Now this one looks just like the one I just showed you, but it's clear it's by a different company. Like I said, I'm just not too happy with this model of controller. And then the other one by the same brand, it just looks like a more muscular version of the first party one. But the feel of it obviously is better because it's more like the first party controller, so it's not as bad. But the one thing with that controller is these Interact controllers, the quality of it is not very good at all. It cracks, it breaks, the buttons get stuck, things fall off of it, and the worst part about it, like I said, the top of the joystick can come off and it's just this needle that sticks out. And apparently they fall off a lot. These are the third to last ones that I want to show you, third-party wise. These are by Mad Cats, and I have two of them, and I'm really glad I have two because I love the colors. If you look on the back, they actually have grips on it, which makes sense because your hands do slip a lot when you're playing. Your hands get sweaty, no matter who you are. The grips do help when you're trying to play a game and your hands don't slip as much. That's what they're for. The joystick isn't terrible. I'm actually not too upset about that. But here's the thing, it was just a little weird for me. Maybe I'm just not used to it. But if you look at the controller, it is very curved. It's actually really arched more than any other controller. And it feels pretty weird. It feels kind of awkward on the hand, I'm not gonna lie. Especially playing. Your right hand feels pretty weird when it's curved that much. You just gotta play it to understand. Overall, the look of this controller is awesome. I have to admit, this controller looks pretty cool. But gameplay wise, I wouldn't really want to play with this for a long period of time, even with the grips on it. Alright, the second to last controllers I want to show you are the Super Pads and Super Pad Plus. These controllers are more like modern controllers, you know, they just have the two handles. I honestly am not very happy with this. I don't like the handles very much. They're kind of an awkward hold to it. The buttons, I guess, are in good, decent reach. The joystick isn't terrible. The Super Pad Plus has the slow and auto, which is the ones that I was talking about, the same buttons as the other ones. So that's what the Plus has, and this is the regular one. And lastly, one of my favorite third-party controllers, mostly for the looks because it is adorable, are the little mini Hori pads. Now these things are so cute. I mean, look at this. This is so cute. This is the Snow White one. But everything about it is just so simple, and that's what I love about it. I'm all about like the simple looking things. I'm not really into like the tons of buttons and everything. This one is just so simple, and it just gets right to the point. And even playing with it, I actually played with it. It's like a little mini gamepad. It works, you know. The thumbstick is amazing. I mean, it looks like an Xbox controller thumbstick. You know, it's very big, which is good though, because most of the times when I play the first party controllers, I'm always playing with like this tip of my thumb, not the palm of my thumb, and it's because the joystick is so small that my thumb tends to slip, and I'm always playing with this part of my thumb, and it gets really annoying and uncomfortable. This, like, is so easy to have your thumb rest on the part it's supposed to be on, just because of the thickness. It's just such a good controller. It's so cute too. I can't get over the cuteness. I know I'm sounding like a girl right now, but really, it's a good controller, and the handles are just right. It's just, it fits my hand really well. And I do love these controllers. I have played with them many times actually, because they're just so easy to use. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you disagree or agree with anything that I've said about these controllers, or if you know of more controllers that I have not mentioned in this video, because I know I don't have all of them. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.